Good day, folk. Omar Jose again. The real. A lot of my videos, folks were saying, go ahead. You can't do that. Let me hear you say something without smoking weed. Being under influence. So here you go. Because I have a lot of other videos without me having to have my medication. And in fact, I haven't had too much of my medication almost a week. You know, part of self-discipline. You know, because when I was being tested, you know, and I was in solitary confinement for 3 years, I didn't have no weed, no cigarettes, no nothing. Not even you, or this peanut butter. So, it brings me to this point of this. One, to be a servant of the Most High is really nothing to brag about. To call yourself a prophet, really nothing to brag about. To say you're a messenger is really nothing to brag about. Because the world ain't going to want you. The world ain't going to do nothing, want nothing to do with you. You're just not part of the world. And so, if you mess up, and take that personal and egotistic of being a messenger or prophet, this and that, and then the Most High going to reject you, then the world going to see you fake, and the world ain't going to want you, then you're not going to be fit for light or darkness, so you'll be trapped. But that's not where I really want to take this video at this time. But this is about being called in the crowd. Now, tell me this. How you feel if you went to an event in a stadium and 100,000 people was on the field, and you told 13 people your real name, and you told these 13 people, when you get to the event, just call out my name. They say, okay, cool. Dap up, boop, 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 solid. So, you can't make it to the, no. You make it to the event, but the 13 don't make it. And so, you told the 13 that your name was Purple Man. Dun, 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 Purple Man. And Purple Man's coming to the event. And so, the 13, they go out, wherever it is, while Purple Man is at the event. And so, the 13, they get sidetracked in the mind. Somebody tell them that, hold up, that's not Purple Man. That's Green Man. That's Black and Gold Man. That's Lavender Man and Orange Man and Black Man and White Man and Rainbow Man. And so, after a couple of hours go past and 13 forget what you told them that you was Purple Man. Now, how would you hear the 13 people's voices and almost 100,000 people, even over a speaker, if they don't call on Purple Man? Now, don't nobody know that you're Purple Man, but you and these 13 men, or women, or whatever it is that you want to use for your imagination, that these 13 men forgot that your name was Purple. And they let somebody else change their mind about what you told them what your name was, that you may recognize them and they may recognize you. I'm getting a video. I'm in the crowd. I already told them I'm purple. And they're hollering every color on the planet but that. How do they expect for me to get them into the stadium if they're not calling on my truth, what I told them to call me? I'm Purple Man, not Lavender or this or that. I told you how to get to me. My name is Purple. And so the stadium closes. I did. They did. Everybody in the stadium did. And then 100 years later, the same event comes. Dear children, and your children are growing up, and they hear about the story, but they don't never mention about Purple Man with all these other colors until one day somebody say Fuchsia was his name. And even if you're reincarnated or not, it still ain't my name. It's not your name. We told them our name was Purple. Right? Or am I crazy? Now, that leads me back to the name of the Anointed One, Messiah, Yeshua, who is Hebrew. And the prophets told us what he would look like. They told us his character. They told us his name. They told us where he's going to come from, where he lived. They told us about everything in the midst of the Roman and the Greek stadiums. But the Romans and the Greeks told you that his name was Jesus Christ and not Yeshua of Nazareth. So how can the Anointed One hear you or come to you or anything of him come to you if you haven't sought his name? Think about that. Same thing with the Most High. He says, seek my face in the kingdom first, and all things will be given unto you. So how can you call on the name of God if you're listening to what somebody else called him? Something when he told you that was not his name. The people told you what his name was, but you still keep calling him Jesus. Now think about that. John the Baptist was a Hebrew. I'm quite sure he didn't call him Jesus. Matter of fact, Jesus is not even a Hebrew name. Like lavender is not purple. So they say, what is the name? There's a lot in the name. Plus names and words have meaning. Actually, our names are descriptive. Like mine is Hosea, salvation, or moral speaker. Weathers is the elements. And Bay is my divine name of the ancient kings, the Moroccan Empire. So, why would I enter into anything else? How can I come share anything with you if you're calling me out my name? Like nigga, black, freak, crazy, crackhead, skinny dude, weirdo, Nothing's going to come to you. And vice versa. If somebody called you those names and this and that, you're not going to go to them because that is not your identity. That is not your character. That is not what you do. Wouldn't that be the same thing for the Son of God? Wouldn't that be the same thing for the children of God? Wouldn't that be the same thing for the God himself? And wouldn't that be the same thing for the creator of all gods? And wouldn't that be the same thing for the prime creator of all creation? This is peanut butter. All day long. Ain't changed. How we know? Because it comes from peanuts. And they hooked it up with a little bit of oil. And they call it peanut butter. We spread it. So I just want to share something, share that with you guys. That there's power in the name of Yahshua, because you get to see the attributes and the character and the conduct and the way he ate, slept, fart, had sex, his girl, his friends, his mom, his this, everything that we have today, they had that then. And so they would be able to identify with that name. So there is power in the name of Yahshua. There is power in the name of Yahallah. There is power in the name of the prophets. There is power in these things, bro. There's a lot of power in it. But realize that the power is not yours alone. And it's up to the Most High who he gives this power to and how they're to use it. For every man's ability is useful, for long you can see the harmonic value in all things. So until next time, Omar Hosea, excuse the spoon, just keep it solid in peace. And we love you guys, Israel, all our supporters. And Edom, the Most High said he's going to destroy you. Esau, the Most High said he's going to spank you for what you did to your brother Jacob. Because Leviticus will tell you, don't argue with your brother, don't set him up. Peace.